Hey guys, so this is the stereo I ordered on AliExpress from a company called Wondefoo. It's supposed to be 1920 by 720p. It's supposed to include CarPlay. Here's me opening up the package. I ended up finding out later that my system was 1024 by 600, did not include CarPlay, and the company actually lies quite a bit. Forget about tech support from them. All the issues I had, questions never went answered correctly, led me astray, denied. Basically, they sent me the wrong radio the whole time, even though I sent them proof. So I would not recommend using this company. These things come with no instructions, and so that's why I kind of made this video, to help people out as far as the installation goes. Hopefully make it easier for some of you. But I would recommend ordering from another store on AliExpress if you're going to buy from them. You expect to wait a while. These things take 4 to 6 weeks to get to you here in the United States. So it'll be a while. I think these are generic. Probably there's no manufacturing information on them, so probably different stores are selling the exact same radio, but at least hopefully find one that has some tech support and some help if you need it. Alright, so here we are. Let's get started with the installation. And these are kind of already loosened a little bit. I decided to make the video once I had started a little bit, so I went back and kind of, but you'll have to work these loose a little bit and then kind of go from there. So the first major issue I had was no sound at all whatsoever. Contacted Wondefoo, they were kind of useless, told me that I needed an FM transmitter for 70 bucks. Eventually I figured out my system is Harman Kardon fiber optics, and their harness that comes with it does not have a fiber optic connection, so you're gonna have to remove the fiber optic line from your harness and connect it onto their bypass harness, and I'll show that here in a little bit, how to get that going. But that's kind of how I got my sound to go again. Okay, and for my particular system, the other thing that I need to do is remove this connection here, audio in, audio out, because my system has only fiber optic, no speaker wires. So the only way that we can get into the aux system, not directly, is to essentially disconnect this here, and then we're going to go into the audio out with a 3.5 millimeter. And then that's going to run into my media interface in here. And my media interface has a connection there for that, as well as my iPod connection. That is there. Alright, so I need to run the cable into this area here. So what I found is if we remove, there's two screws here, usually a cover here. Initially I was going to remove these here, but I really don't need to. This piece will come out on its own if you just pull these two in here, and you kind of wedge your tool up under here, and then pull those two back. It pretty much slides off. Since I'm by myself, can't really do it, but I'll take it off and show you. And there we go. I've gotten it past those two little clips, and then I can see here. And then between here and getting the cable under in that area, I should be able to get my connection in. Okay, so the easiest way I found to run my aux cable is kind of feed it through the edge there. Remove these, lower this panel just a little bit. It's 315 screws here. Come out here, and then I'm going to bring it out along the side there, up under here, and then I should be able to reach it right in there. Okay, so to get my aux cable in, which is right here, just ran it kind of through that corner down. Let it come out right here. Set it kind of right under here. And then it is good that you unscrew these two bolts and these other ones, because then you can lift this up a little bit. And we remove this here, and then you're able to feed it along there, and here I am. It's come out right there. Connect. Okay, so there is my, you see it there, that's where I put my GPS antenna. It's a little bit tricky, you gotta wipe with a small hand, push this down a little bit. But I've done a lot of car installation, radio installations, and I've never had a problem putting the GPS antenna under the plastic dash part of the phone instead of running it. Come out, see kind of what it is. So basically, it's sitting on an air duct right up there. And we'll test it and see. Never really had any problems with the tape stuck up right in there. Okay, here's how we solve the problem of the screen and not being correct. Go down there to System and 9. Factory. My code happens to be 1314. And the car display. And you'll see I've already selected it on mine. Mine happened to be NGT 4.5 840 by 480. But you have different ones here. So you need to pick whichever one would be the right one for your car, and that should usually solve the issue with the scrolling screen. And then once you're done, you can back out. There's all kinds of other settings here you can mess with a little bit, but that should be able to fix so that your screen will then go back to your normal car radio screen. Another setting that's important is making sure that to get sound that you set your aux input. Okay, so it should be here under functions aux, and then under vehicle you should switch aux, switching mode to other, knob A, and switching mode should be manual. That's kind of what has worked for me. And then the other place that you will have to change some settings in is under System aux position. And it's going to give you aux position 1 a number and aux position 2 a number as well. The way you select that is you go back to your NTG menu, and basically you're going to need to find out where your aux settings are. So for my car, Navi is position 1, audio is position 2, and then if I click on that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get to aux. So basically those are what those settings are. So I'm at position 2, number 10 is my aux setting. So if we go back to this menu here, you'll see I have it set to aux position 2, and number 10. And hopefully once you do that, when you click on the NTG menu, it should kind of switch it automatically for you to get sound. Otherwise, you can do it just manually yourself. You can hear select aux, and it should give you the sound that way. In order to fix the adding of the aux, and some people have mentioned they have problems with the sound after somebody's messed with the radio going off, they show you for you to enable aux. In my car, I can't do that because it has a media interface. So either you have aux or media interface, but you can't do both. And usually you get to the hidden menu by pressing the hang up on the phone, the star, and the 1 for about a few seconds. That'll get you into the hidden menu. Normally you would go to hardware settings and down to HU parameters. Okay. And you can see the audio aux is off, and that's because my car has a media interface. There is a video online on turning this on. Okay, and the way you turn it on is you go to TG parameters. You turn most off, and then you go back to HU parameters, and then that will let you turn this aux on. When I did that, I lost all the sound in my car through the media interface, and it disappeared. So for my car, I have to leave that off, and basically make sure that on this is most is your external amp. Or actually it's your fiber optics amplifier. Audio source is going to be your external amp if you have a external amplifier, which I do in my car. This is means satellite radio, so I have it installed. UCI stands for the media interface, so that should be installed if you want your media interface to work. If this is not say installed on media interface, then you need to turn this off. Go ahead and switch it here to installed versus not installed, and then you get out and reboot down at the last setting here where you do system reboot. Okay, I don't need to reboot because all my settings are correct. So that's one of the issues that I ran into where I had to play around for a while to get it fixed. My USB ports I want to put through here. My car has a little connector right there, so I'm going to see if I can feed them in through there and leave them in there. I got to take this one, and this one off, and then we'll see what comes up. In order to get to the screw down here, you have to remove the fuse box panel, this one here, and basically it's clipped on, so you just grab a hold of it and remove it. Alright, so what I found is the easiest thing to remove those 3 screws I showed before. There's one over here, and there's going to be one under here as well that are T30 Torx. And I don't know if you can see well, but to remove the glove box, you need to get to that T30 Torx screw there on the corner, along with the other ones I previously showed, and the 4 on the top. Once you do that, you can get the whole glove box out. You do have to be careful. There's a hose here which I accidentally disconnected, and I will connect back. So it's best not to pull it too far. But then that leads you to a little tab here where you can feed your cables in, which has to be removed. Alright, so initially I thought this would be the space where I'd be feeding the cables to, but this is actually an air vent. So when you pull this out, be very careful with the cable or the hose behind it. It does tend to come off easy. It's not that difficult to put back in, but if you don't have to take it off, it's better.
And this is the end result. So I've got my 2 USB cables sitting here, and eventually I'm supposed to install a DVR cam, so I can always connect it through there or feed it in the back. But I have 2 USB cables accessible in my glove box. Alright, so pretty much the wiring that I need to do is done. My car came with a 4G antenna. I usually tether my phone to the stereo, so I'm not going to install it, I'm not going to use it. But if you did, you can probably feed it there somewhere in the back. Also came with this, which I could never figure out what it was. It looks like a speaker, for what I'm not sure. Later I found out what it is. I will go ahead and install it, but it didn't make any sound or didn't do anything while I had it installed. And it came with a connection for a microphone for the system. However, it's integrated into the circuitry. What my Mercedes microphone picks up the sound into this, so this was not needed for me as well. Maybe in your system, but for mine it wasn't necessary. Now it's just a matter of organizing all the cables back in and getting it all fed back in.
Alright, this is pretty much the end. We're kind of putting everything back together. I'm going to post another video in a few days kind of showing you all the functions, how it works, and also the DVR camera, how that works. I got that hooked up as well, so you guys can see that as well. But again, verify when you do get your unit, verify your screen size, make sure you got what you paid for.